Happy Kwanzaa, day 4 of Happy Kwanzaa, happy celebration. And my name is Bukeka. I go by Bukeka Style. And I really am having a wonderful time sharing this information with you. I want to make sure I give you a quick recap of what we have gone over thus far. First of all, there are 7 days of the Kwanzaa celebration. It begins December the 26th. It goes through January 1st. There are 7 principles. We call those principles the Nguzo Saba, and it is a celebration that really invites learning, particularly for children. The gifts that are given each day are for learning, for having a greater understanding of what it is to be African American and to learn about history. There is generally a table that is set with things like that represent the harvest, like corn or beans. Um, there is the kanara, the candle holder that is lit. And like I said yesterday, I haven't been able to light the candles for a long time because I have this um, really a sensitivity to wax and candles. Nonetheless, it is a time when you light each candle for each day and each principle. So for today, the principle is UJAMAA, UJAMAA. And I'm reading to you out of the guide that I wrote with my son several years ago, many years ago, when he was just a kid in 2001, called Kwanzaa Happy Celebration, a practical guide for celebrating the Kwanzaa holiday season. So today, again, is Ujamaa. And so on this day, the fourth candle is lit, and the reading is to build and maintain our stores, shops, and other businesses to profit from each other. Ujamaa is cooperative economics. So one thing that I think is really important to put into the conversation about cooperative economics is that there is a lot of discussion, particularly within the African American community, about how fast the dollar leaves the Black community once it is earned. Now, we started out this conversation talking about Tulsa and the lives that were lost in 1921, and the businesses that were burned to discourage Black people from having the opportunity to obtain wealth. Tulsa was growing in its oil industry, and they simply did not want to have any Black people being able to monetize, as we understand the word today. So in 1966, when this holiday began, that was something that was on the mind of the creator of Kwanzaa, because Tulsa was not the only town that had Black people who were building wealth, and there were massacres and loss of life to keep the African American community from obtaining or keeping any wealth, certainly not building and maintaining any wealth. So it's important that we figure that out. We don't know, because of the loss of wealth that has taken place within a particular group of people, how much wealthier this country would be had there not been the greed, had there not been the disparity, the economic disparity that was intentional at the time. But I would imagine that had that been the case, we would be a much wealthier nation. Can you imagine 14% of this nation of the population being able to obtain and maintain and build wealth, how much healthier our economic um, structure would be in the United States, but it's not, all because of greed and discrimination. For what, right? Just to keep it all for yourself. Anyway, I digress. Let me tell you about a woman, though, who did obtain quite a bit of wealth. I want to read to you from the guide on from Kwanzaa Happy Celebration about a woman named Maggie Lena Walker. Maggie Lena Walker was the nation's first female bank president. Not the first black female. She was the first female bank president. Born on July the 15th in 1867, Maggie Walker was the daughter of a former slave who worked as a cook. She studied for a master's degree from the Virginia Union University. She was organizer and founder of St. Luke Bank and Trust Company of Richmond, Virginia. Her career began as a teacher, and she gave unselfishly back to the community. She contributed to many various African American causes, including the establishment of a school and farm for delinquent girls. Ms. Walker came from an impoverished family, but over the years, her personal status and wealth grew tremendously. She was devoted to the independent Order of St. Luke, an African American self-help organization. The purpose of the Order of St. Luke was to assist sick and aged members and provide funeral and burial services. Maggie maintained the membership records. Later, she conceived of the idea of teaching members how to save and invest their money. She then grew her plan for founding St. Luke Penny Savings Bank, for which she became the president. So what's stopping us from doing that same thing? It's mental, guys. It's a mental thing. It's something that we have to overcome so that we can begin to have the type of wealth that obviously individuals in the 1800s, early 1900s were able to do. But because of all of that torture, basically, and all of the and I have to be careful. My brother told me, he said, you got to be careful with your words on YouTube because they might not like it. But what other words can you use? What other words can you use with the truth? Okay, so there were lives that were taken. There were funds that were stolen. There was the decision to discourage Black people from having a well-lived life. So I'm going to say that for today, UJAMA, and every day, be very conscious about where you spend your money, how you spend your money, who you're spending your money with, how you can build wealth, how you can maintain that wealth, and how we can have it in a way that is cooperative within the community so that we can build it together. Okay? So that is the Kwanzaa lesson for today. Happy Kwanzaa. UJAMA, UJAMA, UJAMA is the principle for the day. And remember, on day 7, we're going to have a happy celebration. We're going to sing the song that my mother wrote. We're going to be able to really take that messaging into the new year because it does end on January 1st. And so what a great way to bring in the new year with the principles of Kwanzaa. So everyone, thank you for joining me today. Happy Kwanzaa and have a great day. Bye for now.